Good day all, welcome back to Skippy's Works. Today I'm busy with a Kawasaki ZX12R, the 2000 model. We are going to be doing a clutch upgrade. So as you can see, we have the racing clutch basket. It works together with this pressure plate, which is using centrifugal force. By centrifugal force, it means when it starts to spin, this lever goes out. Just reset this. The lever goes out, pressing the pressure plate outwards, which makes the clutches to grab. This is very good for racing purposes, but for everyday use, it's not functional. So, let me just give you some background. This is the OEM clutch basket. This was the first one. For some other reason, this bike makes a lot of power. We also had to do an extension piece on it. As you can see, from here to here. And also running, let me just get this clearly, a 255 17-inch rear tire. The Michelin Power 2CT makes quite nice grip. So you apply all the power. I'm not talking about spinning or dropping the clutch, just in first gear push it hard and then go quickly to second gear. When you leave the clutch, this happens, which also damages the clutch cover as well. That's a new one. But in any case, so we've been using this in the meanwhile. So we're going to be upgrading it to this one. This is a billet clutch. As you can see, it's more solid. So I think it can take a lot more pressure because it's built for racing. So we're going to be using the standard OEM inner tray, the clutches, and the OEM pressure plate with the OEM springs. So I want to show you something. This is the specifications which you need for your friction plate. That's the clutches. What is the thickness? Sorry for the... And then your steel plate, what is the allowances? There's everything. There's your spring length also, which you can measure the length of the spring when it's not under pressure. If you look here, this is the ZX12 manual. Let's quickly see here. Here they give also the friction plate thickness. If it's less, then it's a service limit. The steel plates also service limit. And the clutch springs, there's the standard. If it's like that, if you measure it, it must be replaced. So that is if your clutch starts to slip. Alright, so this one we've got a few, it's a 2000 model, but we have got a few upgrades. Alright, this is the Gen 2 clutch upgrade we did here as well, with the plates. Just quickly put in this. I'm gonna just quickly fasten the inner tray. I use a spanner to lock it, impact. That's it, properly fast. Gentlemen, what I want to remind you of, don't use a normal socket, get a tube socket, because this shaft presses the socket away, and like you can see previously, it damages the nut, and then you will struggle to get it out. So, like I've said, this is the Gen 2 clutch version, so you've got the small plates which you have to insert first. remember, clutch plate, friction, or friction plate, steel plate, friction plate, steel plate. The same as it came out, you put it back in. This is another smaller one. So you can see the gap there. Goes in with each washer. Another washer facing outwards. You can see it. It's got a type of an angle, so the cone shows to the outside. Okay guys, and one more thing I want to bring under your attention. This can go in any way, but this is a specific way. If you can see, this has to go over where the clutch springs must go. You can put it it will fit anyway, but the correct way. As you can see, there's teeth on the pressure plate, so you must turn it until it enters like that. Be very careful. If it doesn't lock like that, you can break off these things and your clutch will slip. So make sure when you put it in, it doesn't press like that or like that. You have to turn it a few times. Anyway, it doesn't matter which direction you go. You can keep turning it until it fits in properly. You see, goes in properly in the springs. Always make sure you grab this. If you use a tool or something, first fasten it by hand, because it is aluminium and it can strip very easily if it is cross-threaded. So I like to do is I like to use my hand first. Just to enter them. Make sure it's nice. Alright guys, that is entered. So now I'm just going to use this. Makes my life a little bit easier. So what I usually do, I take it half and half, almost like a torque sequence. Doesn't say nowhere to do that, but I just like it this way. Take this one a little bit further. 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 Now take this to the inside. Okay. Just take a normal Allen key, check it. Just remember guys, that is aluminium on the inside. It's 8.8 bolts. You can damage it if you try to fasten it too hard. Like you can see, I just use my fingertips to pull it, feel it. Don't use my hand. That can damage things that you don't want to be damaged. Feel it. It stops. That's that. I'm just gonna do a quick test. Now, you see it's in gear. The clutch in front. It's not letting go. It's turning the engine, so it means it's grabbing. Looks like it's gonna be good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. For those who have subscribed and liked my videos, I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. And the rest of you, enjoy your day. Until the next one. Goodbye.